Hi, I wanted to walk you through the Blackboard course for the online portion of Biology 101 here. When you log on to your screen, you should see something similar to this. This is my view, and it shows you something you won't see in your window. It says student preview mode is on. The difference will be that you won't see this orange bar up here. Everything else should be similar. When you log on to the course, you'll see announcements, and notice here that I have week 1 announcements posted. Please read through these today. Also notice that I have material for what is due today, day 1, day 2, etc. When you've looked through these, please come over here to the Begin Here folder. Click on that. There is an introductory message from me as well. If you're in Google Chrome, you might see this. The school actually recommends that you use Mozilla Firefox if you have some issues with things showing up, especially perhaps if you're working with a Mac machine. Try Mozilla Firefox. I have a do list for you here today. I want you to read stuff in this Begin Here folder, read those announcements. You'll need to get your content from Pearson Modified Mastering Biology. Make sure you can access that. You'll need that to complete your homework. You'll have due today homework for week 1. I'll show you where that is in just a minute. I'd ask you to introduce yourself in the discussion forum and to send me an email. Email address is here, ddietrich, D-I-E-T-R-I-C-H @jtcc.edu if you get stuck or if you have any questions. The other place to go if you get stuck is to the John Tyler Community College Help Desk. I'd ask you to go to jtcc.edu and search Student Help Desk there to get their email address. Once you've gone through the Begin Here material, get an idea of what you have going on today, please come over here and look at the syllabus and assignment and test schedule. The syllabus here is just for your information, and what I want to point out is that it might not have shown up for you. If that happens, look in your downloads and find that file. You might have to do this with other things as well. Sometimes it'll disappear below this toolbar and you'll need to go into this downloads file to be able to find the information that you're looking for. Main things you need to know: we have class this Saturday starting at 9 a.m. on the Chester campus in Moyer Hall, room 134. That's me, Dan. There's my email address. I'm also going to be available on Skype. You can Skype me and ask me to add you. We have textbook information, academic honesty, attendance policy. Be sure to understand this. Understand the course withdrawal policy, and note that we have a last day to withdraw is June 12th. We have an earlier date. Be sure to look into the student handbook for withdrawing without any penalty, without any financial obligation. Your grades: we'll have 5 exams worth half of the credit in the course. We'll have those homework assignments that you'll access with the Pearson Modified Mastering Biology software, and lab, which will be 25% of the grade for 100%. The grading scale is your typical 10-point scale. And finally, I'll be referencing these course objectives as we go along. You'll see those in the announcements. Next is this course schedule. Please, please, please download this. Keep an eye on it. Print it out if that helps you. But this is going to be what we're going to follow, and this is given by week, what we have due and when. As you can see, it's very busy. We'll be doing essentially a chapter per day. I also want to point out that we have an online exam on Friday, and you'll notice that in the announcements. You should notice that in the course materials as well. All right, once you get through the syllabus and the course schedule, there's a handout here for accessing the Mastering Biology with your purchased access either through the textbook or purchased separately from Pearson. Check that out. If you have any questions about any of that, go ahead and contact me, and if I can't answer it, I'm going to refer you to Pearson to get that information taken care of. All right, I asked you to go ahead and post something to the discussion forum. I'm asking you to go ahead and respond to me and reply to others as they show up, just to let us get to know one another a little bit before we meet in the classroom. All right, the big thing this week is to come over here to course materials on the left-hand menu. You'll notice that the course is split out by week, and then there's a link here to that Mastering Biology content. What is available right now is under week 1. This is chapters 1 through 4. Clicking on that will open our week 1 material. We have chapters 1 and 2, which is an introduction, and then chemistry of cells. Note that this material is due, the assignments are due at the end of today, at the end of Monday. Tuesday, second day, will be carbon and molecular diversity of life, and then we'll complete the week with chapter 4, tour of the cell. There's a link to your homework assignments and a link to the labs. Note that lab 1 will be completed on your own. Lab 2 and 3 we'll do on campus on Saturday. Just to show you what's in here, I want to point out that the lecture material is a collection of slides in a PowerPoint presentation, largely from the textbook. If you click on that and it disappears on you, be sure to look down here or check your downloads. Opening this PowerPoint presentation will give you slides for the material that is covered that will be on the exam. There are several slides. That's, believe it or not, minimized from the original. My suggestion is that you go through the material, that you read the slides, but that you reinforce this material by taking notes as you go. Pay attention to things such as definitions and key concepts. Good example of a definition that you might want to focus on would be something like cell. Cell is the smallest unit of life that can perform all the required activities necessary to be called life. I'm going to close that, and I want to show you this key concepts and material. Here again, my little download might not have shown up. But I've provided you some key concepts for chapter 1. Those are biology is the study of life, evolution is a unifying theme in biology, and biology is a science which follows a scientific philosophy. It's a scientific process. I've pointed out in the way of a study guide or to focus your attention these several bullet points that address what is important within those slides, what I want you to emphasize, and what I want you to know as far as what will be on the exam. So, for example, understand what a hypothesis is, that it's an explanation on trial. We don't prove hypotheses, that's the plural for hypothesis. We either accept or reject that hypothesis. So I wanted to point out that for each chapter here we have some PowerPoint slides that you should take notes from, that we have material that I've added to emphasize those things, and that you should pay attention especially to those. One last thing that I want to point out is in some instances it is appropriate for me to show you a video, and I've gotten this video content for you, On YouTube, there's a great series called Crash Course in Biology, and I've posted those in relevant sections. I hope that'll get you up and running. And again, if you have questions, send me an email. Let me know. I am here to help, and I look forward to getting to know you as we go along.